Do you invest in startups, by the way?
So couple we have done which have done remarkably well for us. One of them is overseas, a few in India, but very few, because even there I learned, and again this is personal to me, that the VC style of investing doesn't work for us, where you are buying 100 and then 2 will make outsized returns and 70 will die. It's not the nature of someone who's at heart a value investor to be doing that kind of investing. Number two, when even you're writing checks to people and they start failing, as investors we have learned to cut the cord. But let's say I've invested in your business and for some reason it's not working, or I don't feel like I want to participate more. आपके आँख में वो दिखता है कि इसके पास और पैसा है, क्यों नहीं दे रहा है मुझे, तो it's like a बद्दू आता है उसमें. So I don't want to be in that situation, but where we are going, we say, why is this deal right for us? I become like a partner then, not as an investor in the business, and I help this person to grow, because with our contacts we can open doors, with our ability we can help him to hire better people, with our ability we can help him to think through and have a better strategy of how to expand the business and multiply much faster. Those kinds of investments we are happy to make. But unless there's a sizable investment over there and there's a sizable outcome possibility over there, why go? So the investments which you're doing private are more for than having fun, not for कि इसको बना के मैं 1000 गुना कर लूँ और इसमें मैंने 1-2 करोड़ रुपया डाल दिया था. But unless you can buy 20% of a business, what is the use? Why are you going in over there?
Right.
So it's a little different approach. Again, Akash does it very differently. Vallabhbhai does it very differently. I do it very differently. So not that we have to converge on everything, but I mean that's how each individual is over here.
I was watching one of the interviews of Mr. Piyush Bansal, who is the co-founder of Lenskart, and he was mentioning that when everyone was against him, like all the VCs were against him to go omni-channel when he was starting Lenskart, you were the one who advised that, okay, this is fine and you can go ahead. And he always considered that was one of his biggest turning points.
Wow, I don't know where he said this, but
yeah. So what exactly happened, or what was the story?
This is during the time I was chairman for TPG Growth, which is one of the largest PE funds in the world. I used to spend a day a week with them to help frame how they want to invest and so on and so forth. At the point we invested in Lenskart, Piyush was 29 years old. Now this is an example of that guy at 29 had the maturity of a 45-year-old. उसको पूरे धंधे का समझ कि ultimately like the जैसे चश्मा खरीदते हो आप बाहर से, ये जो फ्रेम आता है एक्चुअली चाइना से आता है, $1 में ये फ्रेम है. यही मैं ब्रांडेड खरीदता हूँ तो मैं 30,000 रुपये में चश्मा खरीदता हूँ. जो लेंस आ रहा है, इट्स कमिंग फ्रॉम 2 मेकर्स इन द वर्ल्ड. जैसे आई कैन गेट दिस प्राइसिंग डाउन ड्रामेटिकली, एंड 25% ऑफ इंडिया इज अंडरसर्व्ड. दे हैव some form of eyesight problem, but they don't realize it. Like if you'll go and check your drivers, maybe their eyesight is not what they think it is, for example. So market potential is mind-boggling. But if you keep servicing by having these nukkad pe dukans who are then cutting and polishing and doing in their stores, this is not scalable. Can I take all the production central and I get the inventory out of the system? That's his main insight of how I can take this business and scale. And can I take it online? Because testing also is possible to do online, or it's cheaper to send a person to your home with the eye testing machine than to keep building a big retail store and bring people in. But over time people want style, design and variety. तो आपको ये जो omni का discussion था was about you will need some physical presence, because a pure digital world or a pure physical world won't exist. It will be commingled. And he already had very sound, his original backer is Ronnie Screwvala, a very fine businessman himself in his own right, who can build everything. We already had IDG, which is one of the top VC funds, which was already invested in that business. But more than this omni discussion which he spoke about, I think the larger discussion I had with him was about gross margins. That if you will keep having discount and just chase growth, and you don't have a sustainable 60-70% gross margin, because it's a very high friction business. It's not like a Amazon कि माल आया और माल गया. यहाँ पे each को आप customize कर रहे हो, and this business deserves a much higher gross margin, because आपका logistics cost will be very high to deliver or to bring back. Whether it's from a retail chain, then there's a cost of retail, or for a delivery business, there is a cost of not only supply but return also. So to get to eventually, if you want to be a brand, you have to be 20% type EBITDA margin. Now you work backwards from there, you will need a 65% type gross margin. So those discussions we spend a lot of time on, and then of course he's done all the right things. Even discussion about how to go outside India, not just in India, because ability to pay in India is still an issue. और वही 50 मिलियन लोग में मार्केट घूमता रहता था, और 2000 में डिमांड कर्व है और 2500 में डिमांड कर्व जीरो हो जाता है. So some of those elements are fun discussion. This is what I mean. The challenges of investing with younger companies and entrepreneurs is this. So if you're going to spend this level of time and attention and detail, then you may as well have a larger stake in the company. That's what I mean about startup. So it's not about कि you have a bright idea and let's back you and off you go. And 1-2 crore आपको दे दिया. Then bet करना है तो ढंग से bet करो उसके पीछे.
Right.
And then help him in whatever way. Hiring, we got in Simon and Kucher to do pricing, for example, from US. That how can you do graded pricing over here? There can't be one size fit all. So a lot of things one worked as good memories. And one of the best entrepreneurs in India. I remember fighting with the TPG IC for him.
How is it?
Because against their style. Like 29 years, this is going to be one of the best entrepreneurs of India.
Wow. This was back in 20?
This is 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
Got it. That's lovely. And any other startup investments or startup interactions?
Well, we have one which is overseas, which has also done remarkably well. So if you remember during COVID, you were wearing the masks, which was anti-COVID, which was the reusable mask. But this gentleman's business was about actually destroying bacteria and viruses with physical kill, as opposed to most other ways which are chemistry-based kill, where they go inside the body of the cell and then they poison it and then it dies. So जैसे आप toothpaste भी use करते हो तो आपके Colgate में triclosan है, a chemical which goes in and kills the bacteria in your mouth which is causing bad odor. Or like when you're wearing your clothes, people are putting silver ions in your clothes to take away the odor which the bacteria which is eating your sweat is excreting. So he's managed to build a business which is multi-billion-dollar business globally. Supplies to, it can go, for example, in air conditioning filters, in water filters, in garments, in personal hygiene products, and so on. A large global scale business. So there are lots which it's fun to do and follow and help these guys to grow. But like I said, the heart of it is you remain by and large a passive non-executive investor who can help in certain ways, but it's not my business to be going and running.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.